What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video. Today I'm going to be asking one of my clients, my friends, and someone who's been with me for a little while now training at the gym. We're going to ask him some questions about his journey just with his fitness, with this process of, hiring a trainer and kind of moving into this period of growth since we've been together for the last couple of years. So you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. My name is Joe Reynolds and I've been working out with Jacob for 3 years.
Alrighty guys, so we're going to have him go through his workout, and I kind of bombarded him with this, so thanks for being a good sport.
No problem.
So we're just going to get some clips. I'm going to ask him some different questions. We're just going to talk like we normally do. What would you say was, like when hiring a trainer, what would you say were some of the important things that you were looking for? In a training program or hiring a trainer, what was like important for you in that process?
The biggest thing, honestly, was I wanted somebody who's going to challenge me.
Yeah.
I didn't want the gym trainer that you see when you get a membership at the gym. I've seen too many of them walking around with a pad of paper and they're just checking off the list, and I wanted somebody that was going to go mentally, physically, and when I thought I was done, keep pushing.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we do a little bit of that. Alright. And now I've never asked a client this question before, because I guess some of it goes without saying and some of it is, I don't know, it's just not a question you don't ask. Why have you stayed?
Why have I stayed?
Yeah, why have you stayed training with me?
There's a lot of reasons. I think one, because I've seen changes that I didn't think were possible. The one word I've learned not to use around myself, and because I've used the word can't.
Yeah.
And I think there's the huge factor of accountability.
Yeah.
I think there's also your passion, which drives my passion, because I know that you want your clients to succeed, whatever their goal is.
Yeah.
I'm kind of your nutty client, because when I'm in, I'm all in.
Right. Yeah, that's like perfect for a trainer too. You want someone who's gonna be all in.
But yeah, I mean, for me, it's that you hold me accountable. It's the passion, because even if I'm having a bad day when I come in here, I always leave. I may leave sore and tired, but it's a good sore and tired, and I'm energized.
Yeah.
And I think that makes a world of difference, at least for me here.
Right.
And then, stay at it, then I see the changes.
Right.
It makes me want to do more.
Exactly. Cool. Moving on. A touch.
Okay.
Boom. And you push out and through. Beautiful job. A few more. Nice. A little help. Last one. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Good. Yeah. Nice. 2 more sets of 12, okay?
All right.
Now, what's allowed you didn't start training in general until you were 40, which I think is nuts, because I see peers and people who are, it seems like, at least the people I've been exposed to, it seems like if you don't create that habit when you're young, people tend to fall into comfort, and they won't ever start that fitness journey, because it's tough. Like this is all hard work, and you need to continually up the frequency, up the work level in order to see progress. So a lot of people never really start that journey of heading into growth, right? You started at 40, and because your wife.
Yeah, it was a lifestyle change for us, and we weren't exactly eating healthy. We thought we were, but we weren't.
Right.
She started going to the gym. I was never an athlete in high school or grade school, and I didn't know what to do with half the equipment at the gym, but it started there, and it just kind of grew. And then I ran my first marathon when I was, I think, 45, and it just kept going from there.
Was it a bit of a roller coaster ride when you started?
It was. Some weeks I'd skip because I mentally just said I'm not doing it, which is, it's hard, You have to mentally be there, and you're not there every day.
Yeah.
But half the battle is just showing up.
Right.
So I would say it wasn't near as consistent. I was doing a lot more running, because that's kind of my way to unwind and unravel and just kind of process. So I was probably doing more running back then than I was weightlifting. And I didn't really know the benefits at that time of what could happen when we really got into the weights and the lifting.
Yeah. And
of course now with working with you, I've really seen that, but I'm still doing running.
Yeah.
But because of you, got a happy balance.
Yeah. So a lot of people think that you can't have, I'm gonna change the camera angle here. You can go back into another set. Yeah, a lot of people think it's one or the other. You either are a slow twitch distance person, who can go forever, who has a high anaerobic capacity, or you're somebody who can build muscle. But the reality is you can do both if you have a program. It's just most people don't have the time, don't have the energy, and won't put in the effort in order to excel out in doing road work and being able to run, being able to swim, being able to bike, having a high anaerobic or aerobic capacity while also doing the anaerobic stuff like, building muscle. And we've seen with you and kind of like your physique and your change with it, it's been that perfect blend of those two that has allowed you to be very lean and can maintain that lean physique while also building lean muscle through coming in the gym, training anywhere from 3 to 5 days a week.
Well, and I remember coming to you and saying, if I start running, all the muscle's going to go away.
Yeah, and I was like,
really lean out, because that's what would happen when I would train for marathons.
Right.
And I didn't want to do it because, as I had expressed to you early on, I really wanted to see, could I build any muscle at my age? But having trust, which is key, you were able to work in that balanced program for me, and it's working.
Yeah.
As long as I stay to that regime, it works.
Yeah. And it's, a lot of times, like with trainers, they'll take that approach of, I have the one size fits all program, like I'm gonna take you here to there. And it's more like instilling, there's no perfect program. We've made so many adjustments with you because it's like, we try something, and what I try to do is keep you consistent and adherent to that program. I try to keep you accountable to it. I try to make sure that there are firm guidelines on what you need to do so that you could be successful within that route. And then from there, we throw in variables. We adjust as time goes on. But it seems like most people aren't consistent enough to follow a protocol or a regimen long enough to see results from it, or to even know what variables need to change.
And that's the biggie, because it is a lot of trial and error, because one size doesn't fit all, as you've said.
Yeah.
Everybody's unique. It depends on your metabolism. It depends on if you're tracking your food. It depends on, as I have learned the hard way from early on, is what's in the kitchen, what are you eating? Because you can work out all day, but if you're not eating right, you're competing against yourself.
Right.
You're setting up a barrier there. So it isn't one size fits all. Because I do get asked, what am I doing? And I'll try to explain to them, but then I also say, don't go by what I'm doing, because this is what works for me. It may or not work for anybody else.
Yeah.
Because of metabolism and, as listening to your trainer for sure.
Yeah. And
being willing. I hate to use the word fail, because it isn't failing, it's learning what may not work in that particular situation.
Yeah.
And from that, you learn to try something new, and that's where you dial in.
Speaking of listening to your trainer, last set. No shot.
See, he knows. I'm the guy that wants the corner piece of the birthday cake because it's got more icing.
Grab the 30s right there.
I'm the guy when we go out to eat that will look at the dessert menu to plan on what I'm going to eat first.
Yeah.
I don't do that anymore, but
we're doing a little testimonial. We got to finish it out in the whip. You got to show me the whip on the cam. So I'm gonna get our last little finishing clips here. I'll have you get started. Let's have you go. Actually, Dean, let's have you go 3 sets of 20 bent over rows with the 20 pounders, and then we'll go to single arm rows. All right. Alrighty, finishing this bad boy out in Joe's new Mustang.
I think it has to start with trust.
Yeah.
I think from there you have to have the drive and the ability. You have to know that there's going to be days where you may not be motivated.
Yeah.
But if you push through, I can say that the excitement for me was when I started seeing the changes that were just like this.
Yeah.
It kept me going.
Yeah.
It was like, what's next? And as you know, I'm kind of goal orientated. For some, that's okay if they're not. They may have an overall goal. For me, it's kind of challenges along the way, which we work through and figure out.
Yeah.
But I've accomplished so much because of sticking to the regime that you've set up. And at 56, who thought I could have had abs? I mean, honestly, that sounds like a silly pipe dream or whatever, but it's okay to have those goals, no matter what they are. And that was one for me, and I did it.
Like, if you think about it, the abs were the byproduct.
Right.
The abs are the byproduct of sticking to the program. Like, we weren't pursuing abs. Right. We were just saying, okay, well, if you want to be more disciplined, here's what we need to do. If you want to eat cleaner, here's what we need to remove. Here's what we need to put in. And the byproduct of that, and doing it consistently over time, is a great physical physique. And that's a lot of what fitness is. That's a lot of what, this hard work is that we do, is you pursue the work, you pursue the process of changing yourself mentally to become the stronger version of yourself, which we've seen with you, of just all these different changes. It's been so cool to be a part of and to watch. And then the byproduct of that is, well, you have more energy. You're more confident in yourself. You know, you feel better with your shirt off, right? You feel, you know, more energized in your work environment. You put out more effort into your work. You then inspire the people around you because you're somebody who is not settling, you're pursuing growth. And that's what it is. You know, that's what this thing is that we're doing, is it's like we're just becoming stronger versions of ourselves.
And healthier.
And healthier. And if the only byproduct of that is that you rub a little bit of that off on everyone around you that you interact with, and like that's the win.
Yeah.
But man, appreciate you doing this with me.
No problem.
I'll let you get to driving this fast Mustang.
All right.
Love you, Joe.
Love you too.
Later, guys.